Nerve and muscle injuries, both superficial and deep cuts, can cause nerves or muscles. In severe cases, it may require amputation, as well as organ injuries because it can cause internal bleeding. Even with minor injuries, you should seek medical care, but here's what you can do in the meantime. If you have a superficial cut, clean it with soap and water. Apply antibiotic ointment to reduce the risk of infection. If your wound is bleeding, cover it with a clean cloth and apply firm pressure for 5 to 10 minutes to slow bleeding. If the wound keeps bleeding, add a new piece of cloth. Avoid removing the first cloth, which can interrupt clotting. Avoid overexertion, which can increase bleeding. Avoid scrubbing the wound. Keep the wound covered with a clean bandage. Importantly, if you want to take legal action, you can take pictures of your injuries, ask a doctor for documentation of your injuries, write down as much as you can remember, including the agency of law enforcement involved, ask witnesses for their contact information, and contact an attorney or the ACLU for legal assistance. If you have a minor wound and you've been to the doctor, here are some home remedies to help the healing. A cold compress, rest. Elevate the injury, wear a compression bandage, and over-the-counter pain relievers. Here are some symptoms that you might be having, in which case you should call a doctor. Signs of infection like pus or swelling, a fever, difficulty breathing, a bruise that doesn't go away, numbness around the wound, difficulty moving a body part, a slow healing wound. Now, important to remember, you don't have to have all of these for you to call the doctor, okay? Take care of yourself. Now, the following symptoms indicate a medical emergency in which you need to call 911 after being shot. A deep wound, numbness around the wound, a bullet embedded in your skin, nonstop bleeding, dizziness, loss of consciousness, difficulty breathing, a wound in your torso, neck, or head, a chronic disease, or if you're pregnant. This has become such a problem around the world globally with military and police forces that Amnesty International had to write a 25-rule guide to using KIPs. Rules and key principles governing the deployment and use of kinetic impact projectiles. Pause to read. Pause to read, and pause to read. Please stay safe, comrades, and I can do more videos on this if you want me to.